Ali, Black Panther 520. I promised to show this shit connecting cover, so here it is. There's so many fucking problems with this. First enormous one is that we're missing some of the picture. It has not been cropped right. So then if you try and insert a gap like this to accommodate the loss, you will then notice that it doesn't line up anyway. For the sake of showing this, we will put them back together and let's look at Storms' cape. And then if you pull it away again, you will see that it just doesn't line up. This is how it would line up. Whatever you might think of the artist Simon Bianca, this is an enormous failure of a thing. Then as an image, it is just poor. What we have here is Simon Bianca carving his work. He hasn't thought, I will do a connecting cover for these two issues. He has gone, I can do one painting and I can split it up into two. Conceptually, it's shit. Composition is shit too. We have the main character in the centre and it looks terrible on the individual covers. The cover's focus then becomes the other characters. And Storms, I'll focus on Storms. She is in an awful pose and it is so poorly laid out that half her body is being covered by the book's logo. We have all this real estate here. She could be there, but here's the thing. With pretentious painters like Simon Bianca, well, with comic book art, you can make corrections like that. You can move a character around with relative ease. With crap-looking paintings from an Italian, it is so much harder to correct. So overall, there is not a single good thing about these. And I've not even mentioned the lighting changing between them. This actually might be the worst connecting cover ever done. Right, so this story is that Black Panther is fighting Unterman, and that is a great idea. But this issue starts getting a bit annoying because it brings in Black Panther's wife, Storms from the Excellent Men. Before I start ganning off on one about how racist this union is, I want to say they are written quite well in this. There is some charm to them. And the writer of this issue had no involvement with the disgusting marriage of these two characters. You see, the person who married them is a racist idiot, but he is black, so his racism is seen as acceptable and forward thinking. He was writing Black Panther's book and totally fucked up Black Panther's history and continuity and character immediately. And then in his second story, he decided Black Panther needed to get married and that he would get married to Storms from the Excellent Men. Marvel loved to pretend as if these two characters had a lifelong romance, mostly off-panel, and that they were like soulmates, when the truth is they are pointing to one or two ad comics where they were in the same room and they are using that as proof to justify this atrocious wedding. Black Panther marrying Storms was never about anything except a black supremacist writer trying to funnel sales from the Excellent Men fans. 2 stories into his book, the buzz of a new series will have died down, especially when people realised how horrifically racist to both white and black people it is. And so he needs another stunt to keep the book relevant. Storms, she is a popular character. She is like the 2nd or 3rd most popular Excellent Man. So he just takes her away from those books to prop his own book up. And rather than start afresh and build this relationship up, they rush straight in with the wedding and retcon that they have this enormous loving relationship that we have never seen. And it's fucking racist. It really is a case that someone has gone, let's have Black Panther marry the most prominent black lady at Marvel. The racism guns beyond that, we also have this admittance that Black Panther, he is incapable of standing on his own without milking the Excellent Men line. Storms, she was taken from those books. She stopped appearing in them, full stop. She would show up briefly for the big anniversary issues, but if you wanted to read about her, you had to buy that horrid Black Panther book that was so aggressively bad. Their wedding was also the issue where, and this really annoys me as a Captain America fan, the writer decided to just announce that Ishmael Bradley was the first Captain America and that he came before Steven Rogers, and every black person in the Marvel Universe knows this, even though every other comic, including the one that introduced Ishmael Bradley, specifically shows that he came after Steven Rogers and his existence was buried. I hate those Black Panther comics, but I didn't have any, so this is probably the most you will ever hear about it from me. I did realise, though, I tend to say things are racist or announce something is homophobic even more than them pesky alt-left social justice warriors do. Black Panther versus Unterman, no, this is great. There is a bit I like as well. Here, Storms, she asks Black Panther if he has a plan B. And Black Panther goes, I have plans A through H. I like this because it is a cool answer, but it also doesn't go overboard like they usually do. This has given him his limits. He has 8 plans instead of hundreds and hundreds. Black Panther is too often reverse racist Batgod. And him fighting Unterman, this is such a good bad guy to have him fight. And I have always felt that Unterman, he is a villain who is easily translatable to other books. Like, you can have him gone after Captain America because Captain America is considered the peak human, and he wants to hunt the peak human. You can have Hunterman gone after Wolfman, because Wolfman has that whole animal side to him. Hulk, he could gone after Hulk. Bigfoot from Alpha Strike. Gorilla Man from Agents of Aslan. Hunterman, I think he really could benefit from being put into the pool of generic Marvel Universe bad guys, rather than so specifically a Spider-Man one. So Black Panther and Storms, they team up, and there is a slight undercurrent of, oh, Black Panther, he needs Storms to help him beat the bad guy. But it's not too blatant. Black Panther is the one who does most the fighting and wins the victory. So now we are on to our final battle, and Storms isn't there. They end up in the hospital from the first part, the one where the evil scientist lady works, and Black Panther obviously wins the fight, and he even talks things through with Hunterman. Great way to end it. It is a good story. It is a good story with some warts, but it is a good story. This rating has nothing to do with the character's race or his position as a cultural icon. I am giving this 7 thumbs up.